Okay, so I have gone through every single release and every single base in this game to create the fastest jump shot on NBA 2K23, and as well also be giving you guys the biggest green window jump shot on NBA 2K23. All of these jump shots are going to work for both current and next gen, but I will be on next gen. And also, if say you have like a super low 3-point rating and you can't unlock any of these, don't worry, I posted a video a few days ago where I gave you guys like 12 jump shots for literally every single different 3-point rating. So if you don't find a super good jump shot in this video, maybe go check out that video. Now, if you're a guard, which means under 6'5", so 6'4", 6'3", 6'2", the fastest jump shot is going to be base De'Aaron Fox with release 1 Jackson and release 2 Holiday and 32-68 Bunting. Now, the actual fastest jump shot isn't this one right here. It's actually base John Stockton with release 1 Kendrick Nunn. But as you guys can kind of already see, like, you cannot green with this jump shot at all. So this right here is the fastest jump shot in this game that's also somewhat possible to green with. Now, obviously, you guys can see it's not the most beautiful jump shot in the world, but as we saw with Set Shot 25 from last year, just because it's ugly does not mean it can't be elite. Now, you guys can just see right here, if I drop the release speed all the way down from 4 of 4 into 0 of 4, the release speed stays at an A+. That's how you know you've made one of the fastest jump shots in the game right there. This isn't like the only jump shot in the game that does this. There are other jump shots that do give you A+ speed, even if you have 0 release speed, but that just goes to show you how fast this jump shot really is. However, when you are playing in-game, it honestly doesn't feel like super fast because it's pretty smooth. So you can still green this jump shot very easily. As well, with this jump shot, it doesn't feel super fast because off the dribble, you can't like stop and shoot really quickly. So you kind of have to hold square for a second before the jump shot animation actually begins. It's not like this for just this jump shot. It's like this for majority of jump shots in this game. Which is why in future videos, I'll give you guys jump shots that feel really responsive when it is off the dribble. If you do put this jump shot side by side for like standstill 3-pointers, from the moment you start holding square to the moment the ball is released, you'll see this is the fastest jump shot. The jumper is super easy to green and as well has a massive green window despite being pretty fast. It wasn't a jump shot I could just pick up and learn like insta. It did take a little bit of practice for me to get used to and for me to learn how to green consistently. The jump shot will work from everywhere on the floor, which is very nice, of course. And it's really good off the dribble, but even better off the catch. Okay, I completely forgot to give you guys the grades. So let me do that really quickly. You guys can see it's a D- for the release height. This is probably the most useless analytic ever. Like, do not even look at the release height. Like, it's literally useless. Defensive immunity, this is at an A. This is definitely very helpful because not only do you have A+ release speed, but also due to the A defensive immunity, this jump shot is really hard to guard. And then timing impact, this is at a B-. Now, timing impact is important, but it isn't that important. I used to think it was worse than defensive immunity. Now that I've tried timing impact jump shots a little bit more and more, I realize it's probably equal defensive immunity, if not better. Defensive immunity is kind of helpful for you to understand how easy or hard your jump shot is to green, but it really isn't indicative of how good your jump shot is or how easy it is to green. So while it is somewhat important, like my second favorite jump shot in this game has like a C timing impact. It's like, it's really not that important if I'm being honest. It's one of those things where if you have like an F or a D timing impact, maybe you should be a little bit concerned, but you really shouldn't be making jump shots designed to have the highest timing impact possible. Like, it's largely useless. Okay, this is going to be the cue of the jump shot. A cue is pretty much something that indicates to you when to release square so that way you can time your jump shot correctly. For the cue of this jump shot, you're going to want to start by looking above your player's head, and then basically as soon as you see the ball, you're going to want to release square. So basically at this point, I'd be staring, and then boom, I see the ball and release square right there. This is a really good jump shot that of course is super fast and pretty easy to green as well. I don't know if it's really the best jump shot in the game, but it's most definitely the fastest. So moving on to a jump shot that actually could be the best jump shot in this game. This is of course going to be much slower, and this jump shot is going to be base Dwayne Wade with 60% Kidd and 40% Ellington. Now, if you guys don't know, base Dwayne Wade is basically the same thing as base 98 from last year. However, it is much slower. You guys do see you're getting an A release speed, so it's not like super slow. You can still get the jump shot off pretty easily. You also get an A- timing impact, which isn't like amazing or anything, but it is somewhat helpful. Defensive immunity, this is also at an A-. This is definitely very helpful for a guard build, especially since you don't have A+ release speed. And then finally, release height, this is at a B+, which again is basically useless. In fact, I didn't know what this jump shot's release height was until just now. Now, as I said a little bit earlier, this is basically base 98 from last year, but it is much slower. ever. Now, I don't know if it's because I just came off using the fastest jump shot in this game, or this jump shot really is not fast at all. Probably a combination of both. You do need a good amount of space in order to shoot with this jump shot. Like, if you shoot with only a tiny bit of space like you could with the last jump shot, it's just not fast enough to where you can really do this, and you will get contested every single time. It's still a very easy jump shot to get off, but you have to be smart. And I know a lot of people just care about being able to green consistently. They don't really care about like having the fastest jump shot possible. They just want to, when they are open, be able to green. And if you're one of those people, this is your jump shot. The jump shot is really consistent when you are open, which kind of makes up for the fact that it is a bit slow. It's going to work from everywhere on the floor very well. It's super smooth, and as I already said, if you just want to green and you do not care about speed, this could be a perfect jump shot for you. As well, a major appeal of this jump shot is that it's great for beginners since it's super easy to time. Like, you can just pick up and learn this jump shot very easily for pretty much 2 reasons. First, as a massive green window, and as well, it's really easy to green due to its cue. For the cue of this jump shot, you're going to want to look at the ball, and you'll see the ball pretty much move in 2 motions. First, it's going to come up and kind of near your player's forehead, and then it's going to swing towards the basket. You're pretty much going to want to release square when the ball does start to swing. So basically, like right here. This is definitely a great all-around jump shot that's not super fast, but it's definitely very easy to green. Alright, for the swings, this is people that are between 6'5" and 6'10". Well, I guess actually 6'5" and 6'9". So if you're 6'5", 6'6", all the way up to 6'9", it's gonna work. For the jump shot, this is going to be 50-50 Eason and Bay. And then for the base, you're going to want to go with James Harden. You guys see, once again, if I do drop the release speed all the way down to 0, it's still going to be an A+ release speed. Now, the actual fastest jump shot would be Eason as a pure up release. But genuinely, that 50% Sadiq Bey makes such a massive difference. I would definitely recommend going with 50-50 instead. And then obviously, you don't want your release speed at 0, so bump that up as well. For the grades, really quickly, you guys see A+ release speed. Obviously, fastest jump shot in the game has to be A+. Time impact, this is B-. Again, it's not something I focus on a ton, but it is somewhat cool to look at. Defensive immunity, this is B-. Honestly, it's fine. You have the fastest jump shot in the game. And then release height, this is at a C, which doesn't really matter. Something I really like about the jump shot is that it's a very easy to green off of the dribble. As well, the jump shot does have a pretty good green window, and as well as just very easy to green just in general. And it's all around a very easy jump shot once you do learn how to shoot with it. It does take a little bit of practice, but once you do learn it, it's very good. And as well, once you do learn it, you're going to become very consistent. I definitely might consider using this jump shot if you're kind of just like a tall point guard build, because it's super fast and super good off the dribble, which sounds like 2 things that would be very helpful if you're a point guard. Okay, so onto the cue of this jump shot. For this cue, you're going to want to start by looking at the ball, and you're going to wait until the ball is as close to your player's head as possible. So when the gap between the ball and your player's head is as small as possible, release square, so like right here. Yeah, this is just a great fast jump shot for swing builds that you might really like. Okay, for the 4th jump shot of this video, this is going to be the biggest green window swing jump shot. And for this jump shot, we have base Kevin Martin with release 1, 70% Luke Kennard, and 30% Rudy. You guys see we have A- in both release speed and timing impact, which is of course very nice to have. You're going to be able to get this jump shot off very easily due to the A- release speed, while at the same time it's going to be very easy to green. As well, for timing impact, this is also at an A-. Again, it's not something I focus on a ton, but it is good to know. Defensive immunity, this is also not really something I focus on a ton. This is at a B+, which will be kind of helpful if you are someone that likes shooting somewhat contested threes. And then finally, release height, this is at a B-. Again, it does not matter whatsoever. Of course, this is the biggest green window jump shot in this game. Now, honestly, I was kind of surprised, but even though this is the biggest green window jump shot in this game, it's not necessarily the easiest jump shot in this game to green, at least at the start. The reason why I say at least at the start is because once you learn how to green with it and once you have a little bit of practice, it does become very easy, but it does just take that little bit of practice. Now, honestly, I found there is a lot less super easy jump shots in this game, and there's a lot more jump shots that just require practice this year. Like, I think at least so far, 3 out of the 4 jump shots I've said require a bit of practice. Well, last year, it was like 1 out of every 12 jump shots I would say, oh, this requires a little bit more practice than usual. Oh, just something I noticed. Definitely, if you are going to be running this jump shot, definitely go with no meter. I tried using meter a little bit, but it's just really inconsistent. So yeah, go with no meter. Just in general, go with no meter. It's so much better. Also, just speaking of inconsistency, this jump shot in general is just a little bit inconsistent. There's also an elite level jump shot off of the catch, which is of course very nice since this is a swing jump shot, as well as jump shot is going to be very good for low 3-point rating builds. For the jump shot, what you're going to want to do is look at the ball. You'll see the ball come up and kind of above your player's head before swinging towards the basket, and you're going to want to release square when the ball does start to swing, and then right when you do see the swinging motion, release square, so like right here. And yeah, with that being said, that's the biggest green window swing jump shot. Now for our big man jumpers. Not too long ago, I did post a dedicated big man jump shot video. Obviously, this video is a little bit different, but if you guys want to check out that video, it'll be in the card above right now. So for the fastest jump shot, this is going to be O'Shea Brissett base with release 1 Domantas Sabonis and release 2 Marvin Bagley. And once again, if we drop our release speed down to 0, we still maintain an A+. And once again, this isn't the actual fastest jump shot. If you guys want the actual fastest jump shot, it's going to be 100% Marvin Bagley. But just that little bit of Domantas Sabonis makes it so much more easy to green. In my opinion, the more Domantas Sabonis you add, the easier it's going to become to green. But the more Marvin Bagley you add, the faster it's going to be. So yeah, maybe experiment with like the release mixing or whatever it's called. I don't really know. For the grades of this jump shot, obviously A+ speed. Like, come on guys, this is the fastest jump shot in this game. Timing impact is going to be at a D, which is honestly kind of a yikes, but I think we'll be fine. As I said, I really don't think timing impact makes that big of a difference. Like honestly, I believe if you just buy jump shot boost, this jump shot's gonna suddenly turn into an A+ timing impact. For defensive immunity, this is at a C, which honestly doesn't really matter. This is a big man jumper, and then release height B-. This matters the least out of all the grades. Of course, this jump shot is going to be very easy to green, and as well, it does have a massive green window. And plus, this jump shot is pretty easy to time. I am using this jump shot because it works from everywhere on the floor, and it's great off the catch, which is very important for a big man build. And the jump shot will work for with meter or without meter. But if you are using no meter, obviously you do need the cue of this jump shot. For this cue, you're going to want to start by looking at the ball. You'll see the ball kind of come up, and then you'll see your player's wrist snap as the ball gets sent towards the basket. And you're going to want to release square right at the wrist snap. Like right when you see that wrist just flick forward, go ahead and release square. It's basically like right here. Yeah, that's the fastest big man jump shot in this game. And then finally for the biggest green window big man jump shot. This will be a base Kevin Durant with 42% Alex Len and 58% Giannis Antetokounmpo. For the grades, this is probably the most well-rounded jump shot, I think. You can see we're getting an A release speed, so definitely you will be able to get this jump shot off very easily for a big man jump shot. A timing impact, definitely quite nice to have, just for that little bit of extra boost. Defensive immunity, this is at a B-. Don't really need this for a big man build, if I'm being honest. And the release height is at an A-. Don't really need this, period. The jump shot is great all around, as you guys see from the grades, and it's probably my favorite big man jump shot in this game, if not just my favorite jump shot in this game, period. It's super easy to green and is going to be great for beginners and as well experienced players. It's elite off the catch and it's elite off of the dribble, and it's just amazing all around. Like there's nothing this jump shot can't do, as weird as it is to say. For this jump shot, what you're going to want to do is look at the ball. You'll see the ball come up and then kind of pause near your player's forehead before getting launched towards the basket. And you're going to want to release square when the ball starts to get launched. So basically like right here. Yeah, all around this is a great big man jump shot that I think also might work for swings if you switch up the upper releases. And yeah, that's gonna do it for the video. If you did enjoy this video, please drop me a like and subscribe to the channel. There's 3 of the videos on the screen right now. Go follow me on Twitter and I'm out. Peace.